Hello, and we are Brentford Fan TV, and this is our preview for the West Ham game this Monday. But first, we're going to look at our back at our home loss to Man City. And yeah, how did you think that went?
Yeah, I mean, a 1-0 loss to Man City on the outside isn't actually a bad result
No,
for a team like Brentford. But it was a game that left me quite frustrated at the end, with the nature of how we played but
yeah,
especially sort of the way that Keith Andrews managed the game, which is how a lot of Brentford fans have felt, I think, in quite a lot of games this season. But yeah, let's
yeah,
just start with the goal. It came pretty early.
yeah, it was
Haaland, he just took it past Van der Berg. He bodied him. I thought Van der Berg should have done a lot better in that situation.
probably
I'm not bothered that it's Haaland. He should have done a lot better. And then, yeah,
yeah,
Collins couldn't get there in time. And it's a nice near post finish by Haaland.
yeah, um, yeah. I think you can't just let Haaland go through like that. And yeah, uh, after the Vandenberg attempt. It was kind of just a 1v1 with Kelleher, and you can't expect to keep it to save a 1v1 versus Haaland. So,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when it comes to the finishing, yes, I get it. It's Haaland, but I was still a bit disappointed with Van der
mm,
Berg.
yeah,
But I think in that game in general, Man City, despite never really getting out of first gear after going 1-0 up, they sort of just not sat back on the win, but they didn't have to do much to maintain
no,
the lead. We never we never really looked like threatening them, but then they didn't really look like threatening us that much. Um, we should give
yeah,
Kelleher his props though, because he did make one really good save to Danny Rinder's shot.
mm,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I think one of the
um,
biggest points in the game was in the second half, where Igor Thiago had that 1v1 with Donnarumma, and for me, he should have done a bit better.
yeah,
Yeah, like it was a ball through. I think it was a good first touch, but he really weirdly
mm,
wanted to bring it onto his right foot, which I understand because he's right-footed, but there's the defender was to his right, and so really he should have just kept it on his left foot and try and taken it around the keeper or shot it around
yeah, 100%.
Donnarumma. Because what he's done is he's taken himself near the defender, so there's now a hand on his shoulder. You know, he's got that to worry about, and he's also closed down the angle. He's now directly in front
Mm,
of Donnarumma. Um, Maybe he felt a bit intimidated. Donnarumma's an intimidating goalkeeper.
yeah, and he's probably the best in the world really at this point.
Yeah,
Um,
so
but
he
yeah,
thought he should have done better in that 1v1.
yeah, I think all the build-up play up to that was great. But yeah, as you said, he doesn't quite position himself very well. He doesn't do enough to put it past Donnarumma really.
Yeah,
So yeah, but yeah, I think overall, other than the goal conceded, I think we did well to try and slow down City's attack. We tried, yeah, yeah, the whole game it felt like we were trying to stop them playing the way they wanted to, but that did sacrifice. Like we didn't really do much going forward at all.
no. And for me, a big part of us not doing much going forward at all is Keith Andrews' subs slash game management,
Mm.
which, yeah, for the life of me, I don't care that it's Man City. I don't like that we stayed in the back five the entire game.
Yeah,
Whether that's at half time we're losing, or whether that's with the 15 minutes to go and we were still losing. We maintained the back five for the entire game, just like when we lost to Fulham.
yeah,
And in my opinion, a game like that, I'm not bothered if we then lost 2-0, as long as we gave it a go and actually got a few shots off and a few more crosses in the box because we
yeah.
didn't have many attempts at all that game.
No, we didn't.
Um, and so yeah, it's just things like that. Like, why are we subbing off Thiago for Ouattara when Shada's been crap all season? And
With defenders, we don't really need too much if we've already conceded.
yeah,
Really.
but also, why not sub off Aya, for example?
Yeah,
Sub off Aya, and now we're in a 4-3-3. We've got people in more familiar roles maybe, and yeah, go for it at the end of the game. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my little bone that
mm,
I have to pick because
yeah,
it does frustrate me a little bit.
yeah. It did. Yeah, I find it annoying, like for like subs all the time.
Yeah,
Like, if we're losing, we might as well change it up, give it another thing a shot.
yeah,
And I thought, yeah, everyone in the stadium was like cheering when Carvalho was coming on, but it was like there was barely any time left. It was like the 88th minute,
yeah,
and it's like he should have come on way sooner because he would have made a bigger impact.
yeah. I do start to feel a little bit bad for Carvalho because
Mm.
I feel like he's been promised a lot this season by Keith Andrews in terms of game time and opportunities, and he's just not been getting them. He's been subbed on in the 90th minute in a lot of games now, and well, he's not got any time to even influence the game.
Yeah,
So yeah, I really do feel bad for him at this point, and
yeah, I do.
I'm sure within a few days after that game, I saw some transfer rumours of some French teams interested in signing him, which I mean, it makes sense. They're probably going. We think he's a really good player. He has hardly got any minutes for the last 2 seasons, so why not go for
Yeah,
it? Um, but yeah, we won't talk about the transfers. Um, one more small thing that slightly not concerned me, but I found a bit odd was that so we played the back five with Aaron Hickey at left wing back, which I don't mind because he had the good game the game before,
yeah,
but he played the whole 90 minutes when he didn't wasn't influencing the game. If he wasn't influencing the game, take him off. Get either Rico Henry or Keno Spotter, who
yeah,
are much more effective going forward from wing back.
yeah. They're much better at the wider wing back role because they run up the pitch fast and join the attacks, whereas Hickey is more part of the build up.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's enough of the Man City game.
Yeah.
On to the international break.
Yes.
Um, we've got some players doing well. Damsgaard, 2 wins in one game. He even got a goal and assist. Collins captaining Ireland. Kelleher with that save against Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Henderson had a good performance again for England. But we will just quickly go over 2 injuries which occurred on international
Yes.
break. First one, Aaron Hickey. He unfortunately got injured for Scotland.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've heard it's not too serious.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things about it, so I'm not too sure what's gone there.
I thought I heard that he's been back on grass. Not too sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully it's not serious. However, Milambo's injury for the Netherlands under 21s is unfortunately very serious. It's an ACL injury, so he'll be out for the season. Um,
Yeah.
which I mean, he wasn't really getting the game time anyway this season. But it is a shame, when a young player gets
Yeah.
a bad
Yeah.
injury like that.
Yeah.
Um, oh, we should also talk about the B team game. We beat QPR 4-0. I managed to tune in for the second half of that on my laptop, and yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see the first half because Reece Nelson played. Um, so I don't know how he did, but yeah,
No.
Gustavo Nunes played, Jan played. I think Onyeka played the first half as well. Romel Donovan played, but yeah,
Yeah.
good to get a win over QPR,
Yeah.
whatever level it's at.
Yeah. It's always a good thing. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw some. Sorry.
But yeah, it's good that the players that aren't really getting first team minutes can still play some football
Hmm.
in the international break and beyond with the B team. Just
Yeah,
good to keep fitness levels up and stuff.
yeah. I mean, of course, Reece Nelson's coming back from an injury.
Yeah.
Jan had an injury kind of recently, so it makes sense.
Yeah, he had surgery
Yeah.
for an injury. Yeah.
So it's good to see Gustavo Nunes coming back from an injury. I only saw the second half, and I thought he looked good in moments, but he also looked very wasteful on the ball at moments.
Mm.
So make of that what you will. And
Yeah.
then even Morgan, who's never played a professional game for us, but he's a striker. He scored a very nice goal in the second half. So
Yeah.
yeah, a nice win over QPR for the under 21s. And now on to West Ham.
Yeah.
Would you like to take it away?
Yeah. So recently they sacked Graham Potter and signed Nuno Espirito Santos as their manager, and he's had 2 games in charge, Everton and Arsenal, and yeah, so far he hasn't won. Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, that being a draw to Everton and a loss to Arsenal.
yeah. I don't think either of those are bad. Well, Arsenal is very difficult for anyone to beat Arsenal,
Yeah,
and a draw away at Everton isn't a bad result.
that's not bad, really. No.
I think they were the first team to even score at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, so they got that to take with them.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I haven't really had the chance to watch West Ham yet under
No, he
Nuno.
hasn't.
But he's just had an international break. We're playing on the Monday, so he's got more time with his new team. So there's probably a lot of optimism coming out of their camp right now. Maybe
Yeah,
even in the
probably.
fans. And so I think it's going to be a very, very tough game for us. Um, they might be really on it. Their crowd might even be supportive for once with a new manager.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, I do think it's going to be a very difficult game. Um, yeah, of course, West Ham's a team that we always have a good record against.
Yeah,
And I think since we've been promoted, it's either 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, or maybe 5 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. But as we know, we have a very good record
yeah,
against West Ham, and it'll be very, very good to keep that up.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. But yeah, it seems again this year, seems like we always play teams at the worst time. Like like yeah, after they've just either just started to get form or they've had a terrible run and this is their game to turn it around. And yeah, I feel like it could be like that this time,
yeah.
especially with Nuno, who's a great manager.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's
I'd say there was one
yeah,
team we played a good time, and that was Man United, because they came off the back of a win, and they can't win 2 games in a row under Emery. So that was a good time,
yeah,
well timed on.
yeah,
But shall we go on to how we think Keith Andrews will set us up for the West
yes,
Ham game? So in goal, of course, Kelleher, he's our number
yeah,
one. And then have gone with a back four. Um, I think, especially after how the back five went, a few weeks ago against Fulham.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, I mean, yeah, West Ham's a team we should play the back four against.
yeah,
So
definitely,
we've gone with Coyote, Collins, Vanderberg, and Keelos Potter. Um, so Aaron Hickey I think he's fit for the game, but he's returning from the injury, so it makes sense he'll be benched. And then it's between Rico Henry and Keelos Potter. I think it is a toss-up, but we've gone with
yeah,
Keelos Potter on this
yeah.
occasion.
I think yeah, if Aaron Hickey hadn't had the injury international break, he probably would
Mm,
be playing left back because he's been playing there past few games and doing that really well. But yeah, I think because of his injury, I think it's better to just rest him.
definitely. And then a midfield of Yarmouth, Henderson, and Damsgaard. No doubts there. That is our best
Yeah,
midfield. Um,
not much to talk about.
hopefully Damsgaard can give us one of his Denmark performances.
Yeah,
Um, and then a front three of Ouattara, Sharda, and Thiago. It'll be good to see Ouattara start because
yeah,
for some reason when we play the front two, he always gets subbed or benched to Sharda, who is, I mean, for me, Ouattara is better than Sharda at the moment.
yeah. He's done well this season.
Um, and then yeah, Thiago up front. He's our only striker, so makes sense, but also faith.
Yeah,
Always believe it.
yeah, I believe in Thiago's footballing ability.
Definitely. So shall we go into our score predictions?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Do you want to start? So I have to
Not
think of mine.
really. Yours has been very slightly better than mine, but so far this season, our score predictions have been terrible.
Yes, they have.
Partially due to being very, very over-optimistic and Keith Andrews and Brentford not really performing to our levels of optimism. But
Yeah.
I'm going to say we don't draw. We never draw at West Ham away. We
But
either win or
we
lose.
do draw a lot with them, though.
Yeah, but we never draw away. It's always a win or a
Oh,
loss.
yeah.
So I'm going to say a 2-1 win.
That's what I was thinking, but I
Yeah,
think I will go with something else.
go more pessimistic and you'll probably get the points.
Okay. Well, I want to say a win with the same goal difference. I'm just thinking.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm going to say we're going to win 3-2.
very nice.
Yeah.
Um,
It don't really haven't had many high scoring games like this really since
yeah,
Andrews has been in charge. But
yeah. We don't score that many goals under Keith Andrews, but maybe
yeah,
it'll change here.
yeah, I think yeah. If we scored, was it three against Man United?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we could probably score three against West Ham. I don't know.
yeah.
And yeah, I think that's all for this video.
Mhm.
Uh, enjoy the game if you're watching it, and see you next time. I probably lost.